We currently have a bet on silver that I say silver won't reach $50 an ounce.
Hello there, my friends. Chris Marcus here with you for Arcadia Economics. We're wrapping up at the New Orleans Investment Conference, although here with my good friend Mickey Fulp, the mercenary geologist, and we're doing the great silver debate round 2, I think it is now.
Round 3, mate.
So obviously, as you folks know, I love silver quite a bit, and Mickey loves telling me that he doesn't like silver as much. So let's hear what you got for me today, and I'll try and counteract it, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, silver hadn't been money for a long time. You know, U.S. started with a bimetallic monetary system in 1792 through various permutations. By 1900, we did away with the bimetallic monetary standard. Now, it was a brief period of time from 1933 to 1944 when Roosevelt devalued the U.S. dollar in 33 until the gold standard was established with Bretton Woods in 1944, that silver still was a monetary metal, or they brought silver back as a monetary
So
metal.
silver more recently serving as money, I'll just say as a counter to your initial point, because we've had silver in the coins more recently than we had gold as money officially.
Well, I really
until 1964 having silver.
You didn't let me finish, Chris.
Okay,
my God.
I'm getting excited. Keep going.
And so there was silver in coinage up till 1965, not 1964. And from 1967 and 1968, you could trade your Federal Reserve silver notes for coins and then bullion. That window closed in 1968, at which time silver was no longer served as money except the face value. So today you can take a silver dollar, a Liberty silver or Morgan silver dollar, and it's worth, and take it to Walmart and they'll take it, it's worth $1. Well, that makes not much sense, right? So since the gold standard was done away with in a series of executive orders, 1971, 72, the gold standard went away and both metals were finally freely floated against the US dollar. Since that time, the gold-silver ratio has varied from a couple of spikes around 20 when the Hunt brothers tried to corner the market, and originally right after the gold, both were floated completely in 1971. Since that time, the gold-silver ratio has averaged, the mean is 57, and the median is 59. So that's the most common ratio. Right now, the gold-silver ratios, it was as high as 93 this summer. It's about 84 today. In my opinion, that's anomalous, highly anomalous, and we would expect as gold hopefully continues to go up, silver is always more volatile, so you expect that ratio to go down. But to use the current mantra of some of the silver bugs who think it should be 9-to-1 based on amounts mined every year, or 16-to-1 when both metals were artificially fixed until 1933, in my opinion, is ludicrous. It can certainly go back down into the 50s or even the 40s. So the strategy now would be to buy silver bullion or coins, because that ratio is skewed, and then when it gets back down to normality or even perhaps a little bit below the mean or the median, then you sell your silver and you get into real money, which is gold. So then the second part of the argument would be, and I'm not going to mention any names, but we all know who the people are, the guys that get on video and they talk about silver CEOs specifically, and they talk about 50 or 100 or $175 or even 301 instances, $1,000 silver. So what we did then was we took ratios and we calculated with those sort of numbers for silver what the equivalent gold price would be, and that goes anywhere from 2,000 to 15,000, $16,000 gold. And my point would be, I don't think that's ever going to happen. If it does happen, the world's in a world of hurt, and you better own a bug out bag by the door. You better own guns and gas and goods and bullets, and be prepared to go someplace and live a survivalist lifestyle. So be careful what you wish, Mr. CEO Silverbug.
Well, I get what you're saying, and yeah, if we have $10,000 gold, you know, we talked a bit about this the other day. I'll agree that the world's going to look
financial
different.
Collapse.
Although I guess where I see it is that there's what, you know, would be the government might want or what investors might want, but there's also a degree to which what I've never been able to get past is that we have this mass amount of debt that they've shown no willingness or ability to ever repay.
Agreed.
So I think it's unfortunate that I think we're headed to an environment where we're going to have big numbers in the metals. Yet, to me, well, whether I like it or not, when you look at the factors, I mean, if they were paying down debt or unwinding the Fed's balance sheet, in the end, I don't think it's going to come down to what I or you or anybody what we want. Well, the market's going to take it over.
The market's going to do what the market, whatever the value the market says the price of gold is, or the price of silver. That's what it is. It's value in the marketplace. I guess the point I would make is, if it gets that way, if we have these crazy silver prices and these crazy gold prices, our lives have completely changed. The U.S. dollar is no longer the world's currency. The world's economic system has collapsed, and my point would be, none of us want to see that happen. But if it does happen, be prepared. Be a Boy Scout and be prepared, and be prepared to live a road warrior style of life for the people that are smart enough and have enough skills and enough places to hide and defend themselves. And to tell you the truth, I don't think it's going to happen in my lifetime. I certainly hope it isn't. I own plenty of gold to protect myself and the people that mean things that I want to take care of. And you know, I don't want to go to the woods, but I got a place to go to the woods if I have to.
I'm going to come down to your farm if this happens,
and I want to also tell our viewers,
I'll pay for my room in silver. You're going to say no, you want gold.
That we currently have a bet on silver, that I say silver won't reach $50 an ounce, which, by the way, it never has been at $50 an ounce.
I think it did touch 50 in 1980.
No, it didn't. It was, its highest was in 2011 at $49.84.
Right, it got very close then.
It got very close. And also, I've been trying to make a bet with you for the end of the year, and I'll bet you a standard bet, folks. We bet $100 bottle of wine, and the loser buys, and we drink it together. Not a bad bet. There really is no loser. And I'll bet you right now that silver won't be at $20 on December 31st on New York close. And I don't know if you want to take that. I don't even know if you want that on camera, but
$20 by December 31st
on NYMEX close on December 31st.
I think it could well be. What about a $19 over and under? So I still have $1 to climb. I have QE going in my favor.
That's my bet.
All
That's
right.
my bet.
Well, I'm gonna put my bid at 19 right now, and we'll see. Maybe we negotiate through
Maybe
there.
maybe we do a little negotiation.
How about, what do you see? Let's say not the end of this year, but at the end of 2020. Where do you see the gold to silver ratio? So about 14 months from now.
I have no idea. Here's what I do know is it's highly anomalous right now, and I expect it to normalize.
Okay. So you
I
do agree on some level. You
yeah,
think
you
at
know,
these levels,
and I'll
silver.
tell you, silver is a great buy right now. I'm not buying any gold at 1,500. I bought some numismatics when they were cheap over the last year or so, where you could buy a numismatic for the markup of a regular old gold bar. I bought some palladium, or pardon me, I bought some.
I know you got platinum,
I
right?
bought platinum
Yeah.
at the first of the year for when it hit that triple bottom. And if I was going to buy a big tranche of precious metals right now, silver is pretty attractive.
Yep.
But always with the idea that you would take, and when that ratio normalizes, gives you an out to sell your silver and buy gold. And there's places, if you buy your gold or silver from a couple of dealers that I know, if you want to trade back, there's no markup either way on that. So that's a pretty good deal.
Yep, and it was nice at the conference. From a little plug for government was actually given out. I got a nice silver panda. Did you pick one of these up?
Yeah, I actually picked a couple of those up.
Okay.
So one for my significant other, and one for me. So they're kind enough to give me a couple.
It's a good way to keep the missus happy. You get some silver and gold jewelry. Everybody wins. You have nice asset value. People are smiling. Before we wrap up, two other markets, platinum and palladium, we touched on briefly. We've seen palladium, I think it's officially doubled or somewhere very close, if not just yet. And I think you're still a fan of, would you swap palladium, an ounce?
No, I don't own any palladium. I see it's not a precious metal, and literally, folks, it is not. 95% of the palladium used in the world is used for industrial purposes,
Right.
as opposed to platinum, which is about 40%, and silver is about 40%.
So if you had X dollars and you wanted either platinum or palladium, you do like platinum better, especially.
Yeah, why would you be buy a market at its highest price ever when anything that goes exponential like that will go parabolic?
Yep. And Mickey, any final thoughts about the conference this week?
Learn
a lot, and
it's always a good conference. I love coming to the Big Easy. It's unparalleled eat and drink here, and it's just a lot of fun. And we've got coming up here in a couple hours the final closing reception, and we always look forward to that. And it's back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go easy on the Holy Roller beers tonight. I was reminded last night my tolerance is around 2 or so. But Mickey, it's always fun catching up with you and seeing you at these conferences, and look forward to going up to the happy hour later. And again, for folks at home, that's why it's worth coming to these conferences. You get to see a whole bunch of great speakers. And Mickey, before we wrap up, let folks know how they can find you again.
Yeah, mercenarygeologist.com is the website. We run free subscription service, so the price is right. We try to educate people, do a lot of work on commodities, and we've got some really good stock picks, and we've had lots of success over the last year or so. And if you're a Twitter follower at Mercenary Geo, 52,000 Twitter followers, you'll make 52,001, and we'd welcome you.
Well, good catching up with you as always, and we'll do it again soon.
All right, thanks a lot, Chris.